another amazing part of Syracuse was going to Cascade's HQ and meeting with Ryan.
Yeah.
I know this was one of your favorites.
Absolutely.
Was amazing. Quick backstory: we were approached by their brand manager to go up there and just hang out. And I was like, "I'm going to Syracuse next week," and he was like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, well, come hang out." I was like, "No problem." So we hung out another day and drove up there. They're like 10 minutes from our hotel, 12 minutes from our hotel.
Yeah, it was 15 minutes from Lacrosse Limited over there, but it literally took 10 minutes probably from the hotel.
And the other thing about when we were in LU, we're sitting there and there's this kid and he keeps staring at us and I'm just like, does he know who we are or is he just staring at us because we're like a bunch of kids? Because it's like I've had that before and then they're like, oh, I should have said hi, but I didn't. I always feel bad because I'm just like, I don't want to be. I want to meet you guys. I love meeting you guys. So if any of you ever see me, come say hi to us. Like,
this face.
I got an email this morning that someone saw you at the Sunrise Mall and wasn't sure it was you and didn't want to come hang out. And I'm like, I bet Chris is at Lids hanging
You're
out.
supposed to be at work. I was buying a suit. My bad. Gotta be professional.
I was buying a suit and a fitted.
And some kicks.
So come up to us. We love talking to you guys. It just makes our job that. It's just like a giant bonus. And he said that. And then as soon as we left, we're in the car and I get like a... email like, oh, my name is, I think his name was not Ryan, 'cause that's who we're meeting. Ben, I think his name was.
I think it was Ben.
If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And he was just like, oh, I just saw you, and I know you with your guys, and I want to say hi. And I'm just like, where are you? We will turn around. Like, it just sucks because it's like, I love to meet people like that, especially ones in Syracuse that I'll probably never have the chance to meet. And so that kind of sucked. But then we made it to Cascade, and it was dope.
It was.
We had a little throw around in the parking lot because we were just like, we got to throw.
Too excited to get there, so we got there like 15 minutes in. We're like, we don't want to show up too early. Like, let's just toss around.
Yeah.
Got some good footage of that too.
That was fun. Chris, I think, threw it into the snowbank like 4 times. He was testing.
Hit like 3 cars.
Weren't you testing out new sticks or something? Just kept throwing the ball everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Billy had to run and go get it.
Oh, no.
Billy's like, I don't want to play catch with you anymore.
George's stick
Can we
was
switch?
I was trying to fix George's stick, and then I was testing out new ones that I strung up, and I was like, these all suck.
And the best time to do it is in front of Cascade. Test out new sticks.
Nice.
But so then we went there. We met with Ryan. We also met with Joel.
Joel.
We met with Joel, and it was awesome. They had a lot of cool stuff like refurbishing of old cages as like foot guards and like their old doors are now like their
lunch tables
because we do a lot of stuff like that too.
They recycle everything. Anything possible they do.
I mean, it was so cool. So we got to go through the whole thing. Probably the coolest. I mean, I know you liked the box of broken helmets from the tests. You're like, yo, just let me get that. Yo, let me get that Cornell helmet. No. He's like, no, it's broken. You're like, yo, just let me get it.
No, that was my favorite. My favorite was the photo room.
Oh, the photo room? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. My favorite was seeing the M11 line.
Oh, yeah. No,
and it's cool like too. The Cascade line's like crazy, and the M11 line's like a little bit more quiet. And they have all the lids there, like all the outer shells. And I'm like, do you have an athletic gold one? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, so that was really cool. The OG. And then meeting some of the workers, that was really cool. All like local employment.
So like a handful of people that work there, right?
Yeah, there was probably 15 to 20 people working there.
That's insane.
And
they're all based in USA.
I mean, it's all understanding production, which is really cool. And their shipping department was pretty baller. And then we went to the fabled photo room. So we walk around this place, and
AKA heaven.
Yeah, so
I swear.
It's huge.
Any helmet.
It's like 300,000 square feet. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. It's probably not that much, but it's a lot. And they had this huge place, and then like this little 20 foot by 20 foot room. You walk in, and there's like cardboard boxes, like 3 feet by 3 feet, just stacked. And he's like, oh, I'm kind of straightening up in here. And I'm like, you haven't done anything to this room. And I'm like, what's in these boxes? And he just opens one up, and the first one is like all the LXM helmets from this year. God. And then he had Team USA, U19, Iroquois was out. Showed us MLL helmets from the past 4 years. Wow. And they had the Toronto Nationals or whatever.
They had everyone.
Like the
you
black
name
and
helmet, they probably had it in there. They
it was crazy.
Old school Cuse, old school Hopkins, old school UVA, like everything.
Well, we got the
Darien High School, like any of them, any.
any helmet you can name they had. And then they had the OSU from this year and last year, and him and Billy tried them on together. That was really cool.
That's super sick.
And Matt got to try in the UVA one. It was really cool. It was a real special time, and he was just like, "Oh, we have this one, we have this one." And we're like,
we're like, selfie.
Yeah. Scott's trying to do like a panoramic photo of him in the helmet. But it was really awesome, and Ryan was an amazing guy to show us all the stuff in there, and he was yeah, I'm starting to get these out and like make these like the trees that they have with the helmets on it, and I was like, man, if we had another hour, I would sit here and just bust all this out with you. Like that would be amazing, going through every single one, unpacking it. So that was really special. And then we met with them about a few other things. They showed us some of the product line, and that was about it. And then he took us to an amazing hot dog lunch. It was pretty fun. Hides, food you will like, is that what it says on the outside of it? Which is just absolutely comical. And it was amazing. We got to talk, about ideas for the future and whatnot. So it was really cool. Cascade was really special. I'm glad we were able to do that and make it. Just seemed to work perfectly.
Oh, yeah. And, they made my life complete.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Cascade. I wouldn't go anywhere that they didn't have Cascade helmets and.
Oh, yeah.
That's where Scott made his college decision.
Honestly.
Do you use Pro 7s? Yes. All right, I'm good. Let's go.
We are next year. I was like, where do I sign? Pen? Okay.
You're like, helmet first, and then I'll sign. So that was really special, and some awesome, extremely genuine, nice people work. I mean, you see their work, and you just know they just are awesome people. So that was really cool, and I'm looking forward to doing stuff with them. And
another thing about it, they had a workout room for like the guys that were on breaks and stuff.
You guys can't guilt trip me into getting stuff for you right now. This doesn't work.
What do you mean? I think that works. You want a workout room? I just thought it was cool. Like, there were like guys left on their break, and instead of like going out and getting food or something, they went inside and started working out. I was like, and that's where they do a lot of testing. Yeah. And, like they said, like they'll throw on
sweat tests.
Yeah, they had all the helmets up there in front of like the
treadmill.
I said it was gonna call it run mill, and I knew that wasn't right.
No.
I haven't been on a treadmill in like 50 years. I don't even know.
You're not 50.
I don't even think around 50 years ago.
I think I've been on a treadmill with a skateboard, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Just to see what happens.
Razor scooter. Locked them all the time.
What'd you say?
Dumbbell?
You just throw it on there?
Don't worry about it.
I just picture someone running and you just throwing a dumbbell and them just eating it. But yeah, it was cool because they actually they let them, like, they have helmets there from the test to see like how the sweat flows through the helmet while they're running, and I was just like,
and how it breathes and everything, just not even just the whole aerodynamics of the helmet. They were just it's crazy.
All right, now what is the best lacrosse stick of all time, and you have to have had it? What is your, when you just pick it up, you're just like, I am a god amongst mere mortals when you get out there on the field? We're gonna start with that guy. And is it gonna? You should probably make a goalie theme.
Yeah, it's going to be
sweet.
So the best stick that I've used,
and why?
Was my stick from senior year, because one, it was the ugliest thing you could ever see in your life, and two,
had the ugly duckling factor.
Pretty much. Whatever I had in a box as far as colors and string, it was pretty much on there, and I just did it. But I'll tell you the colorway in a second. It was a Warrior Platinum alloy with the maroon and gold radiation symbols on the side, or whatever that was on the side. As the shaft, silver shaft with the brine eraser head. Just felt like it was a really nice balance between the counterweight with the weight of the shaft with the weight of the head. So a lot of people don't realize that's the purpose of having a longer shaft. But then as far as the colorway, I had a really, really nice channel, which was a 12 diamond blue hard mesh, baby blue or Carolina blue, one purple U, one black straight, and one navy blue straight, with black and white sidewall and top string. I forget which way it went, but it was mismatched, and it was just disgustingly looking. And I was so upset when I had to take the mesh out because it actually ripped along the throat, and if I moved it up one, it wasn't throwing the right way. But the thing, it's just such a nice channel. I was literally able to throw 70-yard lasers right to the stick, and I just love that thing so much. But I beat the hell out of the shaft and actually started gradually curving.
I'll the
but
post.
the wrong way, yeah. Because
Check
I do like my little pregame thing, and it just start gradually curving, not like the way you want it to, like the katana does, the opposite way. So like my hands would be like this, and it would, I would feel it, and but I had to change it out. But yeah, that was the best stick that I've ever used, and I think I actually might do a replica of that with a piece of Carolina around 12 days. So.
Sick. What is the ugliest stick color? What's the stick we call that's our ugliest stick of all time? What's the kid's name? We just said it.
Ginger Davis.
So your stick was Ginger Davis. Awesome. But yeah, I just played with a Fogo stick. I was throwing with it, and his was like that from pushing during cross checking. And I'm like trying to credo with it, and I just like was like, "How do you play with this?" He's like, "What do you mean?" And I gave him a straight stick. He's like, "Oh,
George.
this is so much easier." And I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I didn't realize that until like I got my new shaft and I changed it out, and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
Because I always went to the bottom. A lot of guys stay, either in the middle or at the top of the head, and I always went to the bottom. My bottom hand was literally cocked out just a little bit, and it just made a total difference throwing.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the best goalies I know use like Titan shafts. They want a short shaft, but they need the weight, and so they take the Titan and they cut it and then they use it, or they just use a Tackman Mini shaft.
Yeah, that's actually what I moved to. I got the Warrior Titan Classic, and it's heavy, and I was trying to stay away from cutting it for so long, and.
You got the goalie one or the?
I have the goalie.
Okay.
So I'm at the point where I think instead of going down to 30, I might make it like a 32 inch, just so I just have a little bit more. Yeah. Because when I play, I have like a broader shoulders, so it gives me a little bit more leeway as far as going across my body. But
so I try and go as small as I can. I like that feeling.
Yeah.
I can see for a goalie, because especially when you push your arms out, you want to do that.
I have like a little awkward stance too. I come across my body.
It's not an elbow length down?
It is, and then I'll get set, but then if I go for like an off stick, my hand slides up, and then I come around. But.
And your high school was blue and white or like green and white?
Green, silver, and blue. Like navy blue.
So that stick didn't make any sense.
Nope, not at all. And I love
not even like a little.
I don't even think green and blue really make sense.
Not even close.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with your school?
Yeah, dude.
Well,
get real.
green, silver. Yeah, forest green.
They didn't even have a hockey team. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Didn't have a hockey team until I left.
Yeah.
Imagine you have to wear that apparel.